Today we have the Discovery LHD NV 6-24X50 SFIR first focal plane. This scope is sent to us by Discovery, and guys, we want to say thank you to Discovery for sending this scope for a review. First, I'm going to ask you guys to subscribe this channel to help to continue bringing more stuff to the channel. Pretty much the Discovery scope that we have here is mid-long range, but guys, let's see what it comes in the box. Pretty much here, first thing we got the cloth for cleaning the lens. This side here we got the Discovery optic, and I believe this is all the instructions. And the good thing about these ones, they come on English, so keep that in mind. Right here we got the quality control and checking and inspection. So pretty much Discovery has been doing this with all the scopes that I lately got from them. And guys, it's a very good thing that it has somebody doing quality control before even the Discovery scope get to our hands. Here's another sheet with the signature of the person who did this scope. Now here you got a card that they tell you everything about it of the scope. Guys, very important to read this thing. Okay, so keep that in mind. Right here we got our Allen wrench. It comes for adjusting something on this scope. Here is the budget scope rings, and guys, I tell you the truth, that most likely works the best every time for a budget, scope. And here we got pretty long sunshade for the scope. And then, guys, I like the material. It feels very good in the hand, and also it got the threads inside, so it helps to reduce the light that is going straight to the scope. Also, sometimes it's good to have a lot of light, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you need to mitigate the light going through the scope, depends the angle that you are shooting. For those guys who are recording, this is very good because it does help a lot to find the right angle when you're shooting with the sun or against the sun. That's what I want to say pretty much. But that's very good that they all include all of these pretty much. And here's the scope, and guys, you can tell it's very long scope in my opinion. Get it out of the bag. It comes some silica bags. Let's put this in here. There's nothing else in it. The box is not too fancy, but guys, most important, what is pretty much the scope is the most important thing, so keep that in mind. You can see in the front they have some covers and they pop very well. In the back is pretty much one of those covers that you just remove and just take it apart and put it on the side. Good thing you can just put it on your pocket while you're hunting, and then you put it back on. That's all you need to do. Let's check everything around. It looks and feels pretty solid. I haven't tested this thing yet before this video, so we actually testing this thing for the first time on this video. So I'm gonna take the sunshades off. I'm gonna see how it looks down the range. Wow, that looks very clear. Right now it's in the power 24, and he goes from 6 to 24 power and the magnification. Wow, it looks amazing down the range. So let's see what we have here. So in the back, obviously guys, we have here eyepiece adjustment for the adjustment and clarity of your eyesight, so you can adjust that however you want. And the back here we have magnification adjustment. Again, it goes from 6 to 24. And the side here we got that for the reticle, so we can add the battery and see how that works at some point in this video. It goes from 1 all the way up to 6 power. On the side 2 here we got our parallax adjustment. I noticed the parallax adjustment goes from 15 all the way up to infinity. So guys, it feels pretty solid. It looks very good down the range. Let's see. I'm gonna put it back on 0. I'm gonna just test how that feels. That's very crisp. And you're supposed to push it down. Oh, this one doesn't push down. You have to just lock it in place. Same thing with the side one. Yeah, very, very, very good. Pretty much, guys, this is have a 3 reticle inside, and guys, pretty much I like those for recording a long range, and pretty much this is made for long range. So guys, let's put it in our system that we have to record to the scope down the range and see how everything looks and go. We don't have much light going on. We probably have another hour of light, but let's see how everything goes. Also, I want to mention to keep in mind that camera, or the camera that I'm using behind the scope, sometimes take like twice the quality, and it's not the scope, it's the camera. It doesn't catch very good quality to the scope, but it's not about the scope, it's pretty much the camera or the phone that I use. So let's see what we have today. Alright guys, we got our target at 25 yards, and guys, let's see how the system works. I really want to mention the tube that we have on the scope is 30 millimeter. So let's see how this goes. Also, if you see any vibration while I'm recording through the scope, is the table is not actually the scope, right? So we're losing some daylight, and now we're planning to see go up and down. We are on 0. We're moving. Let's see how he goes. That's as far as he goes from 0, which is passing over 6 inches. I'll set almost 10 inches. Keep in mind, this is a scope that is built for a long range. So let's go up, and yep, he's right around there, 6-7 inches going up at 25 yards, and my magnification is right around 7, between 7 and 8. So let's see if this thing goes back to 0. So if I let go of my hand, it's right on 0 over here, and it's right on target over there, right on the center. Now let's go side by side. So right now it's on 0. As soon as I put my hand, everything moves, but as soon as I release, it should be back to 0. Now it's on the right side, and it only goes 6 inches to the right side. Let's go back to 0. That's our 0, and it's still holding our true 0 very well. I'm blaming the system that I have here, the setup that I have pretty much to set and do this test, but it's right there. Now let's go to the left and see how far it goes. 8 inches to the left. So let's see. Put it back on 0 and see how he goes. If he's holding the true 0, I'll put it on 0 right here and let go. And yep, you guys can see here, he's still holding 0. Now let's go do our boxing test. Down, right, up, farther he goes. Let's go down to center. Now let's go back to 0. And if we put it back on 0, I pass it by accident. He's supposed to be right there. So guys, he's working pretty good. Now let's check out how big is the reticle down range using 5 cents and the 10 cents at 25 yards. So that's the center right there, and guys, it looks pretty good. It's super tiny, super fine, perfect for shooting long range. Let's now see with 10 cents. Put it right on the center by the 10 cents. Yep, and it's still very, very fine. I'm gonna zoom all the way in, all the way up to 24. And how you guys see the camera turns dark. Let's put it back to there and see how clear it is. Let me see. You almost can read the letters of the 10-cent coin. So zoom out. I'm gonna go zoom all the way out. I'm in the magnification at 25. So guys, it looks very, very good. Let's wrap up the video with my final thought, guys. Pretty much this system is amazing for the price. The quality of the video or the quality of the view is very, very nice. Keep in mind, when you're using a camera to record through the system, it's always gonna take some quality out of the glass. But here with the Japanese glass what we have here, this thing works amazing at 100, 200, 300 and 500 yards. Keep in mind, it's a mid-long range. You can call it a long range, but I call it mid-long range. One thing that I love from this is starting at 15 yards to infinity on the parallax adjustment. The other thing that I noticed, you can just use your turrets and then zero it 25, 50, 75, 100, depends how you like it, and you just take the cap, put it back on, and that's it. That's all you need to do. So guys, keep in mind those things. The only thing that I said I'm not very happy with it is the travel of the turret. The turret doesn't travel that much up and down, side to side. Pretty much when you're looking to use your turrets for adjustment when you're shooting long range, for those guys there's gonna be some limitations for the scope. But keep in mind, this is a budget mid-long range scope, and guys, pretty much is giving you best of both worlds. If you want to use the holdover, this thing is perfect for the job. I highly recommend this for air gunners who are going to be shooting 50, 100, 150 yards or 200 yards. And guys, for those who are using regular rifles, this thing is amazing. Alright, so keep in mind those things. Another great thing about this scope is the tube is 30 millimeters. And guys, the scope rings that comes with the system, they are very, very good for the price too. So you have a great bundle for under 300 bucks, depends where you live. Alright guys, so keep in mind this beautiful, nicely well-made scope. And guys, any questions, however, put it on the video comment below. Alright, thank you for watching, stay tuned, and see you in the next one.